Hello everyone, welcome back to Fussy Cut Crafts. I'm Adrienne. So, as I've said before, I have a lot of magazines and books and other things I want to use for collage and glue booking and making junk journals and all that kind of stuff. And a few weeks back, I spilled water on this Vogue from, it's actually a September Vogue from 2012, I think. I spilled water on it, and so I had to like go through and I started ripping stuff up that was wet and everything. It's very thick, as you can see here. And I figured, what better time, now that it's, it's finally dried out, than now to go ahead and go through this and try to harvest from it. I'm going to try to do this in 30 minutes. We'll see how it works. I might have to do it in two parts. But I thought it would be fun to just go through this and pull some stuff out of it. I flipped through it, and let me tell you, there's some wild stuff in here. Including, I think there's a section in here where there's coupons. Do you remember the last time you saw a coupon in a high fashion magazine? They must have stopped doing that around the time this magazine came out, or not long after it, because I do not remember seeing coupons for, makeup and stuff in fancy magazines like Vogue, but here we are. Okay, so this, like I said, it's the September Vogue from 2012 with Lady Gaga on the cover. And what I've been doing is keeping, this is something I might actually put on my wall or something like that. But I've been keeping stuff like cover stock and those super thick ads that they've been putting in the front of newer magazines, because they work really well for making envelopes and pockets and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to keep all of that. And I'm going to try to have some piles here of what I'm probably going to end up keeping almost every page of this magazine, because I'm trying to get really good about finding ways to reuse stuff. So even just this Gucci ad, woman in black, basically in a fancy black dress and these cute shoes that I would never wear because the heel is too high, but on this mirrored floor where you can see part of the reflection of her, that would be something that I could easily keep for, again, making an envelope or something out of, or doing a junk journal page with. I just don't like that. I think what I'm gonna do, I do like her face though. I like her. Am I gonna keep her whole face, or okay, we'll do a pile for full page stuff I'm keeping and stuff I'm gonna fussy cut in some way. So those two will go over there. And I will probably fussy cut this. And I could actually get both of these faces, because this one's over here and this one's on the other side of the page. And those shoes make a good pattern. But after I finish going through this and try to harvest everything I want. Wait a minute. Nah, I don't need that. I'm going to go back through and see what somebody else might like. And I think I will, maybe at the end of the month, well, not at the end of June, maybe at the end of July, once I've collected enough stuff, do a giveaway of, I do like that dress. A giveaway of images that I know somebody else could use, but that aren't really doing anything for me. I like that as just a background, I think. As right now I do have the magazines I've been going through. As I said, I've been trying to go through my magazines. Which side do I want? I like a black and white picture, but I like this dress. Ooh, I'll keep that, the black and white side. I've been going through my magazines, and I'm doing a pretty good job of harvesting stuff. I did just buy a new folder because I'm going to try to organize all of my backgrounds, squares, and fussy cuts. So I'll have 3 different folders, for one for each of those things. And hopefully finally that could be enough, because I've got a lot of stuff stuffed in random magazines and everything. So I need to really go through stuff. Boy, that is just a crazy amount of patterns. I think I'm gonna harvest their eyes and features and stuff, so they'll go over here. Same thing for her. Probably. Boy, I do not like that. So I'll just put it in the pile of magazines I have downstairs and then go back through them for my giveaway pile. Boy, I used to love a Michael Kors purse. Actually, I still love Michael Kors purses. I just don't really, I'm not really a purse buyer anymore. And I've got, now I always bought them on sale, but I think I've got 4 or 5 Michael Kors bags. Actually, I forgot about the tote bag. So it's probably more like 5 or 6. Some of them I got on eBay. Some of them I just got on really good sale at the stores. I'm just not I kind of like the fur, though, for texture. And that gold skirt, that's really pretty. Gold lace. I bet that was expensive, boy. So I'm going to cut those out for the textures. Kind of like how fancy she is with this sort of like a weird top hat. Not entirely sure. Well, this is just better with the patterns and the colors. And big ridiculous jewels and textures and everything. So I think I'll keep all of those. I do not remember what I was saying last. Oh, these are all good. Good faces, good features. Oh, that's a giant pair of lips on this purse. That's kind of cool. Oh, and that's a real giant pair of lips. Ooh, but I kind of like this. I like the front of that watch. But I could technically cut that out and then cover it up and still use it as a background for something. So I don't have to have that. Would I really use these giant lips though? Because they literally take up a whole page unless I put it on a poster board or something. Okay, put that in there for those lips and maybe her eyes. Take both of these. That's another thing that would be kind of cool on the wall. I'm thinking of I'll put that in my whole page just to see, and I'll put that over there. I'm thinking of, and I'm somebody who has spent a long time pulling pages out of fashion magazines and other magazines like travel magazines for, beautiful photographs and artwork and other things that I really like. I do kind of like those shoes. Actually, the legs would be pretty good. It's a kind of nice background. Nothing there. Nothing there. I'm sure these coats are like made of the most expensive leather you can buy, but they just look hard and really structured and uncomfortable. It doesn't look soft. Isabella Rossellini. Don't mind that, or probably cut her out. Oh, starting to get the weird rip. So I think one of the things I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna wait until Amazon starts Prime Day, but I'm going to get some self-stick laminating sheets and start laminating some of the things I've ripped out of magazines and just cover one or two of my shorter walls with it. And I've done some of this before, and I've got some photos up on, actually don't mind, hold on. I don't mind this giant frame and the wallpaper, which is actually quite a lot like the wallpaper that was in the house I grew up in for a long time in our main bathroom. It was this red on red with a raised kind of like floral pattern in velvet or something like velvet. That reminds me of that. I might cut that out just for my like childhood memory journal or something. Don't need him. Don't need her. Yeah, so actually I kind of like thinking of doing a shades glue book, which would just be people in shades, because I really like the way shades look, and since I wear glasses and need prescription shades, because I don't wear contacts, I'm not on board with putting stuff right on my eyeball. I can't just wear any old pair of shades. I have to get prescription. So I'm kind of envious of people who can just go and get a cheap pair of really cool looking shades. So I'm put that aside for my shades glue book. So I've certainly got enough notebooks and stuff to do that. She's kind of cool. Like Be Bright. Who are these people? Okay, Leah. Remember what a big deal the Gap ads used to be when they were dancing in all those Gap ads? I kind of like her. This is, for some reason, they put this on that thicker paper, but I don't mind that much. I'll cut her out. And I like the words, Be Bright. I might as well start a new stack for things that I'm just going to cut the words out of. She Can Stay. This is a lot of people. They're all fine. Don't need any of that. Those pants are crazy. I love a jewel. I do love a jewel. Oh boy, that's cool. Damn it. Well, let's see. I mean, this is right in the middle, so I wouldn't be able to get most of her. Let me just rip it out and hold it up to the light and see. Yeah, that's going to take up most of her. But I could still get just enough of it that I'd have like this over here with these contrasting colors and this over here if I do end up cutting out the jewels. So I'm going to put that in there, and this in there, and some nice colors there, but don't think I need any of that. This is weird. This is very matte paper, which is very unlike Vogue. But it'll be fun to finally get some more of those things on the walls, as opposed to, it's a nice bit of blue, but I don't really feel like I need that. Instead of having everything, oh, I like those shoes though. That's cool. That's a crazy dress. Absolutely crazy dress. Crazy face. Because she's just kind of, She's not smiling. She looks very confused, almost like a robot. And she's wearing makeup, but it's all very flat. So there's like no color on her face except a little bit of sheen on her eyelids. Actually, this dress by itself, oh damn, I like that shoe. I don't know how women walk in these shoes. I really don't. The highest heel I can do is 3 inches, and it better be a block heel. Anything this thin, can't do it. I'm gonna take her in the dress though, because that'll look cool on a random background. And there's another good crazy shoe that's a bag. I kind of like the pattern on that. Okay, I'm gonna, oh man. Now that's the pattern. This is the pattern from right here. But you get a lot more of it. Can I get, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to have, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to have her and the shoe, so I think I'll just take her. Interesting. Oh, that's not just little decorations or whatever. It's little hands. Let me move it back some. It's little hands right there. That's wild. But those are the kind of details I guess you pay for when you buy Lanvin and other fancy clothes like that. I do kind of like the fur, but I feel like if it was taking up more space, I'd like it better. Again, I like the shoes. Like I said, I love a pretty thing. I like to just collect pretty things, shiny things, sparkly things. Yeah, not sure what I'm going to do there, but I like the windows better than I like her. Again, she kind of doesn't look like a real person. Her face is, her expression is so flat. So I think I'll take that just as a background. And there she is again with exactly the same face. Did they even put her in different clothes? Why would they want the exact same expression in every photo? Seems weird to me. But that is high fashion, usually. It is kind of weird. Let's see. I kind of like this, but I don't feel like dealing with that right now, so I'll just leave it and cut it out for somebody else. I like the suit, the black and the white. Escada. Is that still a brand? I haven't heard about Escada in a long time. Okay, I need to stop flipping back and forth just between these 3 pages, or I'll spend most of the time just on these 3 pages staring at them. Okay, not that, not that, not that. There, that was easy. Once I really looked at it, I don't like these bags. They look like they're made out of real alligators and snakes. Not a fan. Oh, Dillard's. I mean, it's still around. Yeah, Dillard's is still around. It's weird thinking about how just over like my lifetime, how much something like shopping has changed, because going to the mall, going to all the department stores felt so fancy. And now it's like the last thing I want to do is go into a store. And you don't have to go into a store. Kind of like that boot. I think I'm going to take that boot. And I'll be able to get maybe something else from the other side. I like her features. Well, that's just a striking picture. I kind of wish there wasn't so much coat neck. Take her out. Her features. Take her out. Don't feel like I need that. Don't feel like I need that. Don't know what's happening here. There's a guy apparently right here. She's on the ground. Did he push her out of the car? He's coming out of a car. Such a weird scenario. Shades though. Shades on the other side. So I'm taking that. 2012 Taylor Swift. Passion's Night Out. I kind of like, I hate these bangs. I know that that's a thing that people used to really wear like in the 70s. And this is clearly sort of 70s coded. But honestly, I like him more than I like what she's doing, what she's got going on, which isn't her fault. Yeah, I think I'm going to take him. And I'll leave that one. I gotta, okay. I think because these colors aren't realistic, I like the colors on this bag, even though it's probably real snake print or something. So I'll take that for that. I like these. Oh dear. Alexander McQueen. All right. I do kind of like this just because it's wild. And that would look really good against a, yeah. I mean, I'd be surprised if, I've got some other magazines from like 2012, 2013. So I might come upon this again to cut out the little rings and stuff, or the berries. And if I don't, no big deal. Yeah, she would look really good on a colorful background. And this would look good on a black and white background. Do I want the word September? I might want the word September, so I'll put this in my word pile. That's interesting. Oh, I like that. Is this leather? Yeah. It's like leather cut like lace. That's cool. And I kind of like these backgrounds. So I can cut that out for the pattern, cut that out for the pattern. Oh, wow. It's even more of it here. And here. So hang on to these. Young Justin Bieber. Don't need any of this. Don't need that. Jones, New York. That's another thing that you just don't see ads for anymore, I don't think. Stuart Weitzman. Yeah, do I want the... kind of want that. Yeah, I'd probably cut her out and put her on a colorful background. I love myself a watch face, a diamond. Cut those out. So I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. I don't know about you. Oh, lace. Nice. Cut that out. I don't know about you, but... and I don't even... my first work day of the week isn't until Tuesday. I'm filming this on Sunday, and never fails. Every Sunday, I get up, feed the cats, drink my coffee, listen to Busted Open, which is a wrestling podcast that I love. And eventually, I'm fine for a while, and then usually by 11:30 noon, I start thinking, man, I cannot believe I have to go back to work on Tuesday. So it doesn't even really matter that I don't have to go to work on Mondays anymore. All I want, oh lordy. Now these are some cool colors. This is just plain weird. Again, she doesn't look real just because of the flat expression on her face. I think I will probably definitely take both of these for... and I might just cut her face out because it's so very clearly defined, even though she's got all this hair. It's not really in her face at all. And this hand looks wild. This hand doesn't even look real. But yeah, just, I don't know, man. If I could retire right now, I would. Is there anybody who loves their job so much? I kind of like the list there. Is there anybody who loves their job so much that they wouldn't retire if they could? Let me know in the comments and tell me what you do for a living. Because I'm very interested in people who have jobs where they're like, I'll never stop doing this. I'll do it until I die. I love doing this. And it's not that I don't like my job. I'm good at my job, and I do also like it. I really love the people I work with. They're a very good group of folks. And I get to be creative. I'm a writer and an editor, so I get to use my talents and do something I'm good at. And again, I need to stop flipping. I like her. I'm going to separate these two. Oh, wait, this is 3 pages. Okay. I think I might cut her face out. There's a good pattern there. I like the blue patterns on the walls. I like her. So I'll cut her out. I definitely like her. She might just be a full, like a background or something I put on the wall. Again, that's awesome. Yep, that's better than that. She'd be good for features. I love lips. A Klimt painting, so I'll definitely cut that out. I might take some of the sky on the other side over here. I like her, this chick with her crown. Who is this? Oh, okay. Esperanza Spalding. I remember her. So, I mean, despite the fact that I've got a lot of good stuff going for me when it comes to my job, I still would rather not at this point. I think it's just been too long. I think I've just been working in general for too long, and I didn't even start having regular jobs until I was in college. I had one very brief job when I was in high school, and I think I literally, I trained all summer for it. And then during the school year, I shelved books at the public library, and they literally had training all summer just to shelve books. But then I didn't actually start work until the fall, which was not the plan. I was supposed to be working over the summer. But I didn't start until like August or September when school was starting. Kind of like that, and the features at the very least. Katy Perry. It's this fold out. Oops, there goes that. But I only worked for 2 or 3 months, and again, this was my very first job. I was 14. I was a freshman in high school, and my parents had to sign off. At least one of them had to sign off on me being able to work at all. And then I get to this library, and the adults I worked with, I didn't even work with any other kids, I don't think. But the adults were terrible, not to me, but they were really snotty to the patrons, which I had never had that experience at a library before, and I haven't had it since. But I just really did not like how nasty they were to people, so I quit. Because it just kind of made everybody look bad, including me, I thought. Oh, these are Vampire Diaries people. Oh dear. Vampire Diaries and Glee people, apparently. I don't need any of them. And yeah, so I had my first job when I was 14. Didn't work again until I was a freshman. I can't remember if I was a freshman or sophomore in college when I started working again. But I think it's just already been too long. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. If I have to report to someone else, I feel like it's going to get on my nerves to a certain extent. I'm kind of just already at the age where I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. I was gonna take this, but I think I have to have the shoes. Now, this is a reflection, so it's not as sharp as this. So I don't know, I might be able to do both. There, what's on the other side? No, I don't need that. But yeah, I think I'm just old enough that I just kind of don't give a fuck about a lot of stuff anymore. And doing what other people want me to do just doesn't feel as important or necessary as it used to. So having a job where you work for somebody else, even if it's somebody you like, it's just not it for a long-term basis. But again, you got to do something. You got to make money unless you want to go live in the woods off the grid. And this job is definitely better than all the other jobs I've had. From a co-worker perspective and a boss perspective and a money perspective, definitely. And I work at home, so that's nice. Save money on gas. I actually kind of like this Dooney and Burke, and I'm not a big Dooney and Burke purse person. I never was. I always thought I never understood. When I was in high school in the early 90s, Dooney and Burke was the purse brand. And they always just looked so hard and, well, they were hard. So they were real leather, if you guys remember. And they, for the most part, they're still made the same way from what I've seen. But this one actually looks structured but relatively soft. So I don't mind that. Julia Roberts. Who is this? Tyson Chandler, athlete. No idea. No idea if he's still doing stuff or anything. You have to be so famous as an athlete for me to know who you are. I kind of like that weirdness. She looks kind of like a weird bird lady. So I'll cut her out. That's got a nice pattern back. Nah, I don't need that. It's too like washed out. This Kate Moss. Kind of looks like Kate Moss. Oh, definitely that though. Look at all the pattern on that. I'm gonna have a lot more stuff to cut out when Usher. Oh, that's a weird combination of stuff. Mostly leather, some fur. Everything's a different color. Can I use that? All right, we're getting ahead of ourselves there. I think I'll cut that out. I kind of like that, but it's also kind of like too weird for me. For some reason, she's covered in what appears to be one of those like trauma blankets that they put on people. That's like foil. So that's a part of the fashion here, I guess. Yeah. So, I mean, part of the reason, wow, there's a lot going on here. Part of the reason I decided to start this channel is just to have something else to focus on. And since I was already doing all the arty stuff, okay, since I was already doing all the art stuff, I think I will cut some pieces out of there. Like the Lady Gaga there. There's all this street texture that I like. Okay, let's just work this out. Yeah, I think I'll use this to make envelopes because it's more that, well, you can hear it. It's that very sturdy, almost like cover stock, basically. Okay, where was that? Oh, this is cool. Okay, it's the same image twice, just flipped. It's wild. Okay, what is it with women not looking like real people? So both of their faces are kind of flat. She's definitely wearing, she's got on blush and lipstick and probably some eyeliner and stuff. So both of their both of their expressions are flat. But he looks like a real person who's just not smiling. And she does not look real. Let's see if you agree with me here. There's her face. And here's his face. I don't understand what that is. And it's happened a lot just in this magazine and the ads and stuff where the women just don't look real. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I really don't. And if I turn it upside down. Nope. Okay. Oh, okay. It is a little bit different. In this one, he's on top, like he's over her. And in this one, she's over him. So it is a little bit different, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. This might be full page. See, this is when it gets difficult. When there's a lot of cool elements and stuff, but you don't know what to do with it. I might cut that up for squares or something. I've also been collecting QR codes just because I think they're fun looking. And this is a double QR code in the form of a star. So there's a regular square QR code in the center and then more of it in the points of the star. Don't mind that. And I kind of like this picture of Nicole Richie too. So I think I'll take those. It's also a lot of great colors. I love that blue. It's not flat. There's like some variation in the paint or whatever that is. So that's cool. I like her. And you can see the reflection of this lady on her clothing because they're separated by glass or whatever. That's interesting. Oh, there's a shades lady. Which one am I going to use? So difficult. I'm also just, in general, gotta say, tired of making decisions. It's hard. I've had to make a lot of decisions over the past couple of years. Really hard ones. And I'm just, overall, just kind of tired of thinking about stuff and weighing outcomes, potential outcomes and choices, and it's exhausting. And what no one tells you is that the older you get, the more likely it is that you will have even more choices to make. And the choices are going to get more and more difficult. I like that wall. Yeah. More and more difficult to make. More and more hard things to decide on. Oh, I kind of like that. Am I really going to cut that out, though? I kind of like that. I don't know, man. Again, I'm going to have to make so many decisions about what to do here. But that's okay. These are relatively easy decisions. Loved the Hue tights when I was a kid. Oh, that's Matthew McConaughey's wife. Yeah, I might use that as a full page background. I do kind of like the 60s, 70s kind of hippie, flower childy aesthetic that's going on here. I do like big features though. They actually, oh, okay, I see what's happening. I was thinking, oh, they didn't cover up her like little freckles and spots and stuff and the texture of her skin. But what they're doing is showing it's a before and after, supposedly, after using this L'Oreal Youth Code BB cream. Remember when BB cream was all the rage? So that's why you can see her spots and stuff over there and pores. And tiny little zits. And I bet this before picture is still, I bet she's still wearing makeup. I bet there's still makeup on this part of her face. That's how they get you. That is how they get you. Let's see. Shops at Target. don't need any of this so far. I am not even half the way through this magazine, and I'm going through it at a pretty good clip, I think. You might disagree. I kind of like these weird lamps. That's an owl. It's a woodpecker. A fox, I guess? Or a wolf? No. Yeah, maybe a fox. I think I might cut that stuff out. I kind of like her features. Yeah, I think I'll cut that out. I do not like that hat. I do not like that hat at all. Do I want his face? Don't want any of this. I think it's too tiny. Don't want any of this. The wooden USA. Maybe that. Maybe that. I've cut that out before. I wish the words were somewhere else, because then I could have just the big green lips. I could cut it off here and put it on the side of a page or something, and then just make sure to cover the other edge up. So I might as well do that. And I like this Vogue beach towel, apparently. Let's see. It's a cute little pattern. This is weird. 70s look. Gwen Stefani, who does not age. I do like that, I gotta say. I kind of like that. It's a little too sleek. L'Oreal spokesperson Jennifer Lopez. That's not J-Lo, but this is J-Lo. Don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. Okay, let me go back here for a second. That's not doing anything for me. Neither is that. That's Gwen Stefani. I think I'll take her eye. I like all of that. I like that. And I like that. No. No and no and no. I do kind of like all the, just the random cut up makeup or whatever it is. So that, this, and this. It's all good. Eyes and lips, not bad. Nope. Oh boy, Ryan Lochte. Who else is this? Hope Solo, Serena Williams, and Ryan Lochte. Yeah, again. Okay, this is, a photo that was taken for the magazine. Not this one, but a previous one. The women their faces don't quite look real. He looks normal. They don't quite look real. I think this is a thing where they're photoshopping the women so much to make them look perfect that they're just kind of washing out their humanity. Unfortunately. It's very unfortunate that appears to be the standard. At least it was in 2012 when this magazine was produced. I like all that. What's on the other side? Ooh, don't need any of that. I like that pattern. I like the letters. Well, damn. This is just wild. Oh, I could get both of those. And the letters. It's a tiny little booklet here. Christy Turlington makeup. That's not bad. Is this Rihanna? No. She does look like Rihanna, though. I think I'll just pull this whole thing out and see what... that was handy. See what I can take from there. I like this. I also like this. Even though it's weird and she looks like a mannequin, but at least that's on purpose here. I did not set a timer, and since I'm filming with my phone, I have no idea how long I've been doing this. Not at all. No clue. I definitely remember seeing her before, but haven't seen her in a while. I like all the pink. This is thicker, but it's fine. Who is this? Olivia Wilde. Oh, that's what's her face. I had forgotten that she used to do the cover girl. Yeah, Janelle Monáe. Definitely going to take, do I want this and this? Yeah, there's a QR code on there too. Do all of that. I'm never going to not have things to cut out. It's very clear to me. See, coupon, $4 off, 2 CoverGirl lip stain, lip perfection, lip color, flip stick. I don't even remember that. Flip stick, Wet Slicks fruit spritzers. All right. I kind of like this blurry here, so I'll do that. I like all that color. Taylor Swift again. I had no idea she did CoverGirl. It just was not. I'm not a huge. I like some of Taylor Swift stuff, but I'm not any kind of huge. I'm not a massive fan. I'm not a Swiftie, so I have not been paying attention to everything she does for all time, always. Sofia Vergara. It's very washed out there. At least these ladies look like real people. Congrats to CoverGirl for not washing out their humanity. Bloomingdale's. Isn't that closed? Didn't that close down a few years ago? I don't think there's a Bloomingdale's anymore. One time I went to New York in college. I went to Macy's because at the time we didn't have Macy's in St. Louis. So I went to the Macy's at Herald Square, the big one. And I also went to Bloomingdale's and tried on a really expensive dress in the and then took pictures of myself in the fitting room. Because why not? Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't need that. Don't need that. I remember Juicy. Do they still make clothes? I know there's still a perfume, Juicy Couture. I'm kind of surprised they were this big of a deal by 2012. Still. I kind of like the letters, but do I want... Oh, there's 2 sets. 2 sets of letters. You know what? I'm not in the mood for that. Shade Lady. I actually don't like that much. I'll leave it. Who's this? Oh, it's Solange. Who is this? No idea. I think I'll take Solange. Again, should look really good on a colored background. J. Crew. Used to be kind of obsessed with J. Crew. When I was a much smaller human, I like her. That's thick. I'm still not halfway through this magazine. This is fascinating. I'll move that down. What is this? Why is this so thick? This is an article. Was that a mistake? Are pages stuck together? Huh, doesn't seem like it. Huh, I like that. I like the that crazy pattern there. Oh, geez. Well, just gets crazier. Okay, so we can flip through here and see what to take. No, absolutely not. I've used her before. What's her name? Why am I forgetting her name? Legacy. I kind of like the letters. I'll put that in the letter file, even though that's not bad, but I'll use the letters. Coach. Spent a long time wanting the Coach bag. Could not care less now. Congrats to Coach for still being around. Kind of like her. Gonna have to cut the top of her head off though because of those letters. There's a lot happening here. Africa's Global Style and Culture magazine. From this day. Don't know what that is. It's a sampler, okay, of a magazine that's from Africa. There's some cool stuff in here. Yeah, I like that. I don't mind that. Some cool little pictures in here I can look through and pick out. There's more than little pictures. Don't need that. In general, I'm not a fan of the photos where you can see the flash so much. Especially not for just a regular picture where somebody's posing. If it looked like she was in a club or something, that would be one thing, because it would make sense. I kind of like her. Again, looks kind of 60s-ish. But like tough girl 60s. Don't know what's going on here. There's a monster behind this tree that the lady's hiding out. It looks like the Wild Things. From Where the Wild Things Are. I have no idea who Maisie Clipper is. I guess that's her, but I don't know who that is. Never heard of Maisie Clipper. And there's this. I don't mind this. Don't want her face. I am fascinated by the amount of pages I've gone through. Oh, I like her. Ripped Out. That's just wild. Tennessee Williams, Truman Capote, Diane Keaton. Gene Stein's New York apartment in the 80s. I think I'll leave that. I'm going to take her. Don't need that. I kind of like that. Even though that pose is just insane. But it really highlights all her long-limbedness. That might be good for start a new pile for the trying a jelly plate image transfer, which I still have not done. I kind of like her. It's a pretty color, that's for sure. Because I keep hearing about how hard it is or how like fickle the process is, so I just haven't tried it yet, even though I've got a whole stack of, well, how many? Okay, this is a lot of fold outs, guys. Like a trifold. And very hard, very thick pages. And I don't think I want any of that. I keep hearing about how fickle the image transfer is, so I haven't tried it yet. It's Marilyn Monroe. What? That might be a on the wall picture. Don't know what's happening here. Okay. Oh, this is an actual like photo story. This is from 83. This is from 94. Boy, well, I like, that's good to take. That's good to take. There's just a lot going on in this magazine. It's all very different. Okay, is that Rihanna? Nope. Oh, it is her. I was right. Okay. And this is another one I might try with the jelly plate. I don't even know what I would do. Well, there's Lady Gaga again. I do not know what I'd do with that, but I kind of like it. Put that in the jelly plate pile, and I'm going to turn this upside down to see if I'd be able to. How long have I been filming? Oh my God, it's 54 minutes? That's insane. It's going to take forever for this video to download. I'm definitely going to have to do this in at least 2 parts. I actually kind of like that. turn it upside down and put that sucker on the wall. Kind of like that. Oh, good Lord. What is this? A deflated football. Okay, so they put a deflated football on this model's face to, quote, illustrate the effects of over-treated skin. Look at that insanity. That's like a nightmare. And I have to say, I kind of want to keep it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it that's not going to freak me out. I might end up giving it away at the end of next month, but it's just so weird. It's hard not to keep that one. See what I can do with it. Man, there's just some weird stuff going on. Another trifold thingy with, it's mostly white. Somebody, you know, a model laying out on a table in a dress. I kind of like that, but I don't feel like dealing with the thickness of that. I like her. I like the patterns there. I am going to stop filming in a few minutes here because this video is more than long enough, and hopefully why are these pages so thick in the middle of the magazine? I like that, her in that chair though. Oh, it's a Banana Republic ad. Used to love Banana Republic. Oh my God. I kind of like that. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is stop this video and then we can get back to this later in the week or next week or something. And I don't know, let me know what you want. Do you want me to go through these things and fussy cut and use them in between now and the time we... Oh my God, I did it. I'm over halfway through now. I did it. Or do you want to wait and do it all as one big group? Let me know if you have a preference. Who is this? Oh, okay. Kind of like her twisted face. What's on the other side? Don't need that. You know, smaller images. Don't mind that, but also kind of don't want to cut them out. So I'm going to leave that for someone else probably. And I do like all that blue. I think I'm just going to leave that for now. Okay. This is a good a place as any to stop. Mark my page here with this stuff. If you like the a good magazine ripping session, let me know and we can do more of this. We can finish this up in another video. Let me know if you want to see me go through everything I cut out, I ripped out in one session, or if you want to do it in 2 sessions, just like I'm going to do the magazine harvest, and what order you want to see that stuff in. If you care, be sure to like this video and subscribe so you get more of this stuff, this magazine obsessed paper stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Hope you had a great weekend and you're not freaking out about going back to work on Monday or Tuesday or whenever you go back to work. Okay? Thanks a lot for joining me. Have a good rest of your weekend and I'll see you next time. Bye.